if suppose you can do the practice letter. So today we are going to continue with the part of the application that what we were trying to discuss at that time, and due to the some urgent meetings we left. So are you able to have the screen? Maybe I can share the whole screen with you. Okay, here we go. Yeah, entire desktop done. So please confirm you are able to have my screen. Yeah, Yagmet, please confirm. Are you able to have the screen?
Yes.
That's great. That's great. So here we go. And yeah, I just open this for you. Just it will take a few minutes as it can load. So we will go slowly, slowly. No need of any urgency, but you need to be clear and understand the things that what we discussed last time about the GUI components and other things. So before we start, we are just trying to see that what we are supposed to do today. So we are just going to run the application which we were supposed to the calculator. So you can see from here we just run the application. So going ahead and waiting for the Gradle build, you can see from here, follow my mouse pointer. So you can see that the Gradle build has to complete the task. We have to wait for it. So it's mentioning that the Gradle build is running and building the application. So be patient. When you work with the Android, you must be with patience. Okay. So now it's done. So you can see from here, Gradle build is done, 0 errors, and you can find here install successfully, finish in 1 second and this much microseconds. So this is only a dummy timing. So you notice already that it took a bit more time. Okay. So this is only the time for the idea. Now here you can see that this is the sum of the two numbers. For example, if we are writing any number 5, and then we are coming to the next feed, and here we are say for example 5, and then we are going to press the add. We want to see the result is here 110, and we can see it is user interface. So we can see that we use here the text views, and we also use here the edit text. This is the control which is known as the edit text, where we can put the input, and we also can be able to input edit the values. So this is, and this is these both are actually the edit text which are ready to receive the value from us. And here you can see that this is the text view, and here this is the button. So when we are just pressing the button, so our calculator, simple calculator, can work in a way, so whatever the values we are adding here, so it will give us the answer. Say for example, now we are trying to change the value, so we can see that how it is working. So we can say that this is your sort of the first application, so you can know that how you will be able to design that one. Before that, in the previous lectures and the previous lab, what you had done, that you open the activity application and activity, and then you try to design by applying the different controls or components on them. But today we are trying to go with it to make them functional, so that how it can be. And today also we will learn that what we are doing actually by making the design that not only the drag and drop, but actually there are the other ways as well. So how we can go with that, and how we can finish the application. Okay. So now we will be going very slowly, and later maybe I will get a time. So what I will do here I'm trying to explain you all, and then the later maybe I will try to make the short videos separately for all of the examples that what we are discussing here. In the initial weeks we will be discussing and means writing the code as well, but in the upcoming weeks, because the time limit, well, we cannot be able to discuss the whole and write the code as well at the same time. So you will find the applications ready, and then we will be explaining that how these things are working. But for that, how we will overcome, we will try to have the short videos for particularly only related to the examples, so you can go through with that for your better understanding. So now you can see from here that here it is going to say that stopping this application, but it is not stopped from here. So you can see from here, this is the point where we need to stop it. So you can see from here, we are stopping the application here. Now we just stop it, and now you see that this is stopped. Now we're just going back here, and you can see from here that we are trying to close the project. Okay, so when we close the project, now we are again here at this stage, and at this stage we are trying to say that we are going to start a new Android project, because we want to do that what we have with us right now. We are trying to go back and see, and while we will be writing the code, I will try to explain the steps as well, that how we can do that one. So we are just taking the empty activity. So here we go. You can see next, whatever it is. And from here, because once you will go with this setting, that then the second time it will keep for you the default settings. So you can see from here, it is whenever I'm just going for the testing, so it is keeping the name for me, my application number 6. So in my case, it is not a problem because we were just doing the practice. But when you are going to save it, you try to save it with the proper name, proper week, so you can be able to understand the things very well. So you can see from here, it is mentioning the my application 6. Even if we just go with this one, no worries. Here we go, and you can see that this is now loading the environment. So be patient. Don't try to go for something quick. Wait until this Gradle build is going to be done and everything and every controls are loaded. Okay, and if you will be using, just see how the changes are coming. Okay, don't try to be faster, otherwise maybe you will face the problem. So now you can see from here, now nothing is running here. So it is saying that the daemon thread is started successfully. So now everything is ready. Now it is the time that you can start doing the application. So if we just go here, so you can find out this is the main activity. Just only a quick recap that what we done in our previous classes. So in that particular class, you know that what it means by the manifest and the Java folder and the resource folder and everything. That's what we already know about that. So you will see that how we are going to utilize them here. So you are just going to the layout. So you know that what's the layout. When we click to this one, so it will show us the layout, and this is the default layout. You can find out here, this is the hello world, and once you click this one, so it will show the properties for this one. So the previously what you had done, you were trying to drag and drop the different UI components from here and placing them on the activity. So this is the whole screen is known as the activity. But today we will not do like that, okay, because we are trying to give you the more understanding that how these things are actually working. Okay, so later you can be able to do either this way or either other way. That's not a problem. Now you can see from here that whenever you remember, in the last lecture we discussed that whenever we have to have the components, when we drag and drop the components, we didn't kept any component, or we didn't design anything yet, but the by default one of the component is here. Okay, that is the text view. So you can see from here the component tree. You can see, you just follow my mouse pointer. So this is known as the component tree, and inside the component tree it can show us that this is the text view. So from here you can see that this is the means constraint layout. So you remember we discussed about the layout. So the constraint layout, horizontal layout, relative layout, and there are so many different layouts. So this layout, it means that how we can place the controls. So today, because we are going to design the calculator for that particular purpose, actually we are supposed to use the best suited layout as well. So what it is, the constraint layout. So you can see that we will not use the constraint layout, but we will be using the relative layout. But before we go there, so I'm just going to go to the corner. I'm just going intentionally very slow, as you can be able to understand the things, and things are very simple, not to be worried. So you can see from here, this is the split and this is the code. You remember we discussed it in the first lecture. So we can keep the split. So this will help us to understand. And for a moment at this time, maybe we require more space in this window. So we can keep like this way. And also we may even, if we wish, we can try to reduce the size, because we can be able to see that what we are doing actually. Okay. So this will actually help us that how and what design we are going to do, and it will appear here. Maybe you can keep it a bit smaller or whatever you wish to. Now come here. This is the XML. So you just forget about the GUI part here. Okay. So now here you can see that this is the text view. Okay. And this text view, so from here you can find out this information, hello world. Okay. So what we now try to do, if you wish to delete that one, so no worries. So you see that it is in XML, and it will be like, I hope that you have the idea how to write about XML and about HTML. So you can see from here, the tag is open here and tag is closed here. So suppose we want to delete this one. So what you need to do, you can delete this one. Yeah, here we go. You just delete this one. And after deleting, you can see here on your right side that now this screen is empty. There is no button there. Okay. So what you have learned here, it means that whatever you are dragging from there, so it means that this part is the XML part. You can be able to handle from here as well. So now whenever we are using the different controls, we are trying to use from the XML part. Why? The reason is because then we can place them accordingly. So I will show you while we will be start writing, because otherwise if you will be drag and drop, then you will probably face some sort of the issues. Okay. Now from here, if you see that the top, it is written XML version. I'm trying to cover most of the things because this is the maybe the first time you're going to make it practical, but in the upcoming lectures, maybe we will not go in very detail at what we are doing right now. So from here, you can see that this is XML version 1.0, encoding UTF, blah, 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 8. Normally we're using this one. So you can see that means this is the default thing. We may not do anything with that. And you just come below. And from here, you can see when I just put the cursor, it is automatically selected. And it is showing what? It is showing that the android.constraintlayout.widget.constraintlayout XMLN. Okay, so this is actually means using the constraint layout. You remember I showed to you when I just go back to the design. So from here you can see that this is the constraint layout. Okay, so we're just coming back again. So we want to delete this one. We don't want to use this one because we are going to use the multiple controls. So you just see here, I'm just going to select this one and up to before the XML part, which is automatically selected, but I'm just going to delete this one. Okay, when you delete this one, then it will show you the error. Why? Because you can see that all the lines are red, and even you can find out from here in red, layout red, resources red, everything will be red. The reason is what? That because we cannot use any control, or we cannot use activity without any layout. Always whenever we have the layout, the activity, we must have some of the layout. By default is the constraint layout while we are choosing the empty activity, but we are choosing the different activities, then the different layouts are there. But we can change it, but it must have. So now what we are going to use, we are going to use the relative layout. in the relative layout, we are actually placing the controls relatively, means in the relation with each other. So now you can see from here, I will start writing the relative. Okay, I can write the relative. So when you means start typing relative layout, you can find out here that it is means here it is coming here. So you can come means down with the mouse pointer and just select it, this one, and say enter. So once you enter this one, now you can means see that the means relative layout automatically it comes here as well. So what it means? It means now whatever we are using, that is the whole activity is converted, or the components what it will receive, those components will be received in the relative layout format. Got it? Now what happened? Now we means apply the layout only on our activity. Now the question is that we want to go for the calculator, that's what we already designed. For that, first of all, we need the control, which is the text view control. So you can open this one. You can find out below. You can see from here. This is the text view. You can say just enter. So automatically it will open for you means the text view layout. Like suppose layout for the width and layout for the height as well. So layout, it means that how you want to place it. Okay, how it looks like in the width wise and in the height wise. So in the width wise, we are saying that the means first, which is the wrap the content. Okay, and for the other one, we are saying the match the in the width wise. Sorry, we try to do this one in this way, and this is we can see to the parent, because this is our first control. So we can see that the width is wrap the parent. So where is the parent? Wrap underscore and the parent, and we are correct. Maybe spelling are wrong. WRAP PARENT. Yes, everything is correct. Then why it is the layout width should be match parent. Okay. This is the mistake what we done. So whenever you do the mistake, it will give you the red color. This is the match parent. Okay, not wrap. The wrap is the next one. So you can find out from here, and you can remove this one. So this is that. Okay. Now you can see from here at the end that this is the means red line, small red line is there, and also it is showing here the red line, means there is some error. Why there is some error? Because you remember I told you that we are opening here, we have to close. So we didn't close the text view. Why we didn't close text view? Because it's not finished yet. So once we make it done, then we close it, and then you will see that this will disappear automatically. Now you know in programming always we must have something is known as the ID for any control. So the same thing we use here. So you always anything whatever you write, you need to write with the Android. So you can say Android and colon. So what you need? ID. Okay, no problem. You can just see below. So you can enter. Once, because if you don't enter, then the next step it will not come to you. You have to write at your own. So now you can see from here that means, say for example, we are going for the ID. This is the way how we write about ID. So Android ID, what ID? @ID. Now we have to give the name something to this one. Okay, say for example, we are saying sum, because we are going for the sum. So we say this is for the ID for the sum, and come below, no problem. Now what happened next? Next is that we wanna do the Android text, means the label. You remember the label was at the top. Now whatever we will start doing, you will try to see, you will find information here. So now if you means see for a moment, when we see match the parent and wrap the content, now we are going here. So you can see here the line, upper line is here, horizontal line is here. Okay, so now what it is, now you can find out that what is the next, what we are going to write, that Android text. So you remember it's very easy. Whenever you do anything, always Android colon, and then you can define. So you can see from here Android text. Okay, so when you just say write this, you just means click to this one, highlight this one, then automatically next step will be means the is equal to sign and the colon and everything, it will come, it will appear for you. So we can say sum of the two numbers or whatever the text you want to means provide, because this is only the caption, sum of the two numbers, or we can say sum of numbers, whatever, just trying to have the short one so we can be means able to see, manage it easily. So now just go here with my mouse. Okay, you can see from here, if I just means press the design, only design, so you can see this is the sum of numbers at the top. Okay, but this is not something good. So no, don't worry, because we are in a phase we are doing, and once we will done, then it will be okay. So it means that now we just provide the text, but the text is at the corner and it's very small, it is not visible. So now we need to make it beautiful and visible. Okay, so the size is very small. So the next step is what we need to do. We are just going for the Android to set it to size. So we can say Android and press the size. So means what size you want. So because we are looking for the text size, so you can means click to the text size. Sorry, so you can click to the text size. Now the text size is normally in, you can press means SP or DP. For the text we use the SP, and for the other objects we normally use the DP as well. So you can see from here that this is the SP. So it means when I press this one, now again go back, means we will do this again and again, just only for today, so you can understand. Okay, but for the next nouns we will just go in a fast way. So you can see from here sum of numbers. So now the text size is bit means what we can say visible. Now the side is okay, the text size is okay, but still it is means here. So we want to means push it into the center. So just see, everything is very simple. We try to means set the size of text size, so we just say Android text size, so you can understand. Now what we are looking for, that we want to place it in a center. So for a center, this is different, like not for the word and for other things. For center, always keep in your mind that whenever we want to means make its position for the text, we use the option gravity. Okay, so you can see from here that gravity automatically will come. You just press the gravity, and now the option is there, either in center, bottom, or center horizontal. So you can see so many means options are there. So you can means practice later on, no problem. But for now, we are just saying that it may go to the center. So when we say that it goes to the center, now again go back if you wish to go back, or you can see from here that yes, it is in the center. So you can see from here it is in the center. But what is the thing, that it still means at the top. Maybe we want to push it down, and maybe we want to change its color, okay, to be means looking good. So okay, so what we need to do, maybe we change the color first about this color. So not a problem. So we can say Android, and what we want to means change for the text color. So we can say text, and you can find out the color is here. So you can see text color. Now here in the text color, you need to provide the value. Okay, and it is hard for means anybody to remember the name. So what do you do? So you can means do in a way, color is always, it starts from the hash. So you can say means after hash you can write some values like FFF 1 2 3 or something. You can start typing 2 3 values, and automatically the color will appear where, like suppose I'm just writing this one 3 2 8 for example. It's still not coming. Okay, no problem. Then I'm just writing E as well. Okay, now this is not a complete color. When I means wrote this one, so you can see from here the color plate will means appear here. Now you can choose the color plate from here, and you can set any color whatever you want. Say for example, I want to set this color. Okay, whatever the color you will choose, it will show us here, and automatically the code will be changed for you. So no need to be worried, no need to means remember all the codes and everything. You can just do that. So now you can see from here, okay, the color code is changed. When we can go for the design part, you can find out, oh, okay, that's nice. Now color seems nice, no problem. Still we are working for the heading. Now we want to do something more, because we want to set it, and not, it may not be hanging or touching to the means to the top, but we just want to do something about its layout. So we can see that the Android and layout margins, what should be. So the layout margin Okay, so we can see the layout margin. Here it is. How much it could be? 30 dp. Now we will use the dp. Okay, not the sp, because sp is actually, do remember that sp is actually always for the text. Okay, and this is, we are trying to means move its size. So just go back here. Now you can see this comes from top to bottom, means downwards. So you just go back. If suppose you wanna say that it is not means this one, but maybe like this one, or you can say that like suppose this may be a 90 or something. So you can find out here that now we are able to change its position. So we can keep it anywhere, but for the moment we will keep it at the, say for example 30, because we will use the other controls as well. So we can say this is 30, and here we go. So once we are done with this, so it means now we are finished with this heading. So what we did, we add its ID, we added its means text, we added means color properties, we set it as position, we set it as a location where it looks like everything. When there is nothing left, then we just try to means close that one, the control. So for that, you just means click the / at your keyboard, and it will automatically close for you. So now when we close this one, now you can see that now there is no error. No error here, no error here, no error here, everything is fine. So by doing this exercise, now it means you are done with your heading. Okay, do it slowly, understand the things. Your understanding is most important. Once you understand, the next time you will be using the different applications, no problem, you can just copy and paste, because you're knowing already, so no need to type. Once that you understand the concept, then you can just copy and paste, and you can means change the text and the properties and the colors quickly. Now you can see that that means the property and everything is mentioned here, so you can be able to change anything easily. Now we need what? We need the edit text, because this is the sum of the numbers, but we are looking for the edit text. Yes or no? Yes, for sure. So no problem. Just go for the edit text. You can find out from here. This is the edit text. So whenever you just enter the edit text, it automatically it will come with the two properties, which is the layout width and layout height. So it will ask you where to place them. So here we can see the match with parent. Okay. And here we can see that this is the wrap content. So it will be means with the in line with the previous one. But you can see from here, we're adding here. So I will show you something here. You can see from here, and this is edit text here. This is here. Okay. So you can find out that this is overlapping. So not to be worried about overlapping at the moment, because this is still red. We didn't finish it yet. So not to be worried. And we are going ahead. Before we're going ahead, we have to identify the ID. So for example, we are identifying ID. Now you know already how to identify ID. Okay, so you can see now it will be not an issue for you. And for this, so for this, we not means now we can go quickly and we can say anything you can want, anything you want to say. Say for example, we say number 1. Okay, because we are saying that this will be number 1, and then that other one will be number 2, and then we can say that how we are adding them. So this is the ID or number 1. Agreed? So now you can see that it is created with ID, and we mean set about the layout width and layout height as well. Now what's the next we need to say? The next is what? That where it can be placed. Now the previously it was only the one color, the one control, but now they have the 2 controls. So we will not do according that this is from the top 30, suppose 30 dp, and here we add like 30 and 60 and 50. No, this is not the right way. Now because we already have one control there, so you can see that how we can place it. Now we can place it by doing, we can see that Android, okay, what and where we want to place layout. You can find out that the layout here, margin top, below, and up and above, and these things. So because we want to place it below, so we just say below, but below to whom? So now it means it will ask to you, means in case you suppose you have the multiple components. So where you can place, okay, at what position? So at this stage, if we have only the one component, so you remember that component is the sum. You remember sum. So here is the sum. So we can say sum. What do you mean by the sum? see here, this is the sum. Remember, because the text view, this is the sum, we name it as id sum. So we are saying that please place it below the sum. Go back and see. So now you can see that this is here, so it is automatically come below to the sum. So now you can understand, in case you suppose we have the multiple components, so in case we can place the new component anywhere in between or whatever, wherever we wish to place that. Okay, going ahead, this is now we are done with this placement. But what is the margin from, means say, so for example, from the top? So we can say Android and colon. So as we discussed, whatever you will write, you are supposed to write all the time the same thing at Android and colon. Margin from the top, how much it is? Maybe say, for example, for a moment we say that 40 dp. We can keep it changes. So means that is not an issue. The point is that you can understand. Now, when we say the dp, so you can see now here in the green screen, it is showing you the arrow. So this is the distance in between, that is the 40. Okay, I hope you understand, and it's very simple as well. So now you can see, after doing this, now what's the next? That the Android layout margin horizontal as well we need to define. Otherwise what happen? It will be means expanded to the whole activity. So what we can say, that the Android and the layout margin layout, okay, and this is the margin horizontal, or we can say margin horizontal, where it is, yeah, the first one. Okay, so the first one, layout margin horizontal, and say for example we say the 40 dp. So this is okay, the 40 dp. Now when I press this one, so you just focus on this one, that it is means came reduced from means the left and right side. So you can set its size, okay, from left and right, that it means where it should be, how it may be, means it's in width from top to bottom, how it can be from left to right, how far it is from the previous control, and how it may be far from the top as well. So now going ahead, and then once it is done, so now we need to means decide or mention about its input, because this we are going to use it for the input. So what we are supposed to do, that we can say that the Android, what it is, the input, for input, suppose we will use, so you can say input type, what input type it may take, okay, what type it may take, text, a number, a date and time. So you can see anything, but at this moment we are saying that it may take the number, because we are designing the calculator. But in future maybe we will be looking for something different, so can be. So now what happened, what is the text size? Okay, so what is the text size which we will be, the user will be entering in it? No worries. So that means Android, and we can say the text size, okay, the text size, here it is, how much may be the text size? So you can say the 30, but now SP, not DP. Okay, for DP for the objects, and SP is for the text. Like suppose you can remember easily that the SP is for the fonts. Okay, so it will show now the num which is written inside, that that will have the size as the 30. Now we need to place the color as well. In case you suppose we want to place the color, that when we write and when the user will try to input this one, so what type of the color is? So we can say the Android and what it is, the text color. If we write the wrong spelling, Android and the text color, yes, that is the first one. So what is the text color? So how you will call that? So you remember, you need to press the hash key, and then you can start writing something, and then automatically number plate will come, and then from this you can means carry anyone. Okay, this is maybe the text color is green or whatever you like. That's done. So it means now the text color is done, text size is done, text type is done, its margins are done from top, and from the horizontal way its ID is defined, okay, and its input type is defined, everything is defined. Now we wish to means just put the Android means gravity. Gravity means that how and whenever the user will put the input, where it can go, it should go to the center. So very simple, we can say Android and the gravity, yes. Where it is? Yes, in the center. So it means now the first our edit text control is done. I believe there is nothing is left. Okay, if nothing is left, we can close this one. So if something is left, no problem. We can come again and we can make the editing and we can make the changes in it. So now you can see from here, oh wow, it is seems good. Sum of numbers, and this is the input, and how much it is far from here. It's been between the means 30 or 40 dp, whatever it is. That what we define. It was the size of this one, that also we whatever we define. So it means the number one, the means for input the text is there. Now what we need the another number. But before we go back, see my mouse pointer here. You can see from here now it's showing the relative layout. Previously it was showing the constant layout. Now what is showing the components? Number one is sum of numbers. Number one is the means number. Okay. What the warning it is showing, missing the autofill and blah blah. No worries about the warning. No need to be thinking about the warning. Okay. Only we are concerned about the in case suppose the errors are there. Okay. Now we are going back. Now we are going back because now we need the second pattern. Sorry, second edit text box. So rather we go to write the whole thing because that will be the same. Only the few things will be changed. Or as you remember, I told you, you can just copy this one, okay, and then you can come below and you can just say Control V. So now what happened? Now you see that you will face issue, you will face the red line here and red line here because the ID is always unique. So you can see from here, it is saying Android ID, this is num1, and it's showing the duplicate. So because we copy and paste, so how we will remove that? So we can say that remove this one and press the 2. That's it. Okay. And what the next we maybe change blah 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 blah. Okay. Input type number, text center, nothing. And yes, this thing is, but I'm not changing right now. I will change means after some time to show you before something. So you can see from here for this property, we're saying that the Android layout below to what? Here we are saying ID sum. So you remember this is the ID sum. So you can see from here, the previous one is also under the ID sum, and this is also under the ID sum, and this has the 40 and this has the 40. So it means the second the edit text is exactly means overriding to the previous one. So you can see from here, there's 1 and 2 here, 1 and 2 are mentioning means at the same time. So how we do that? Simple. Here you can see that the Android layout, rather to say the ID sum, now what was the previous one? What was the previous control? That was the num1. So we can say num1. It means that we wish to have it below the number 1. So the moment we change it, you can see the screen is changed automatically. Now the whole setting is like that. This is there, and this is automatically there. So it is easily organized by changing this value. And also you can see from here num1 and num2 as well here. Okay. So this edit text box is also done. So it means now we're done with this one, done with the other one, and done with the means next thing as well. And the text color and the other properties, whatever we used, they all are the same, nothing having any issue or any problem because this is the button of the calculator same. So that's why we can keep it same, and we will run and we see that in case if suppose any problem or any issue, no worries, we can come back and we can fix it up. So this will take the means color as the green, and this will take the color as the green as well. Now when we go back here, so it means that now we have this, we have this. When we run the application, user can means provide number, enter the number, it can accept the number, it can accept number, but then what action should be done? Because our task, our goal is that we are designing a calculator, and for that particular calculator, what it means that we have to have the button, whatever the operations we are going to do, then it means we need a button. But not only we need a button, we need something else as well, because we have to means place the results. That we will talk about a few minutes later. But for that, we need a button. So no worries. So please come here. So you just open the button. So you can see this is button, this is button, and just place the button. The moment you will see the button, automatically it will appear the same properties you remember already. So in the widthwise, we say that it need to wrap with the parent, and in the height wise, we can say that wrap with the contents. So this is done. But now what we need to always, for any other control, always we must have the ID. Okay, because to that particular ID we can only be able to use it and call it during the coding. So we can say the ID. And what is the ID now? So you can see here, for the ID you can say anything. Say for example, we are saying button. Okay, for the moment we are saying button. So this is ID is done, everything is done, and this is the same thing what we were doing before. So you can see from here you can see a whole button from here left to right at the top. Maybe I take you there so you can see easily. So you cannot see the button here, but you can see this, the color is different color, some color is changed here. So actually this is the button. You understand my point? But now we need to make it in shape, and this is means everything is red, red, red. Error, because why error? Because we know that we didn't finish it yet. So no worries. So come back again. So here we go, and we can see now what the else is remaining. We need to place it where we need to place it. Now let me know where we need to place it. Android. Okay, sorry, Android. Where we need to place it? And anybody? Android layout below. Layout below what? Number 2. Remember, number 1 is the first control. Number 2, the sum is actually the top heading, and num button is itself, and num2. So these are what? These are the IDs what we define to them. So when we say to that one, so you can see this jump from here to here. You can find out here. Wow, it is there. It is there. Oh, it's a button or it's a strip. But don't worry, we will fix it up. Okay, so fine. It's very easy. Now the button is, we said that please come to the below to the num2. In case if suppose we wish to say that no, just come to the num1. Okay, so you see now where it is. It is in between there. So it's not good. For sure it's not good. So we just say num2. So now it will be. So you can just see, you can easily move it from any position. Means while you are dragging and dropping, it may be taking some time, but here you just can jump throughout the whole activity within your layout. So now this is done. We said that please come below. Now again we need to set the rest of the properties what we have done for the previous controls as well. So the next property what we are saying, that is the layout margin from the top. So we can say Android layout margin from the top. Okay, so this is how much, maybe layout margin top, maybe the same, we can say 40, and this will be DP because it's not the text. So we can say okay. So it's already settled from the position from the previous control from here to here. So now this 40, you can see from here, this is 40, 40, 40. This is a very what we provided. Okay, 40, 40, 40. So this is 40, this is 40, this is 40. So now this is from the top, but we are also trying to see to fix it from left and right side as well. So now for the left side and right side, we will also place it. So we can say that the Android layout marginal horizontal. So we can say Android layout marginal horizontal, and what it could be, how much the size could be. Say for example 120 dp. So just see whatever I'm doing. So the size is automatically. So this is up to you. Means you can keep 120, 110, 130, whatever it is. No worries about that. Okay. So it means now we set the size as well. But this button is still only an empty button. There is no text on that. Okay. There is no caption on that. So now we are just going to add the caption. So you remember, very simple. Android text. So Android text, what the text you wish to, Android text Say for example, this is a sum or add, so you can say add. So no worries. This is only the caption, whatever you wish to. So you can go back here. Now you can see the button seems okay, and it's add and everything. The design, it seems now pretty good, but still it requires means a couple of things. No worries. So we can say what is the text size could be. So we can means place the same text size that what we did previously for the others. So it will be more good. Yeah, text size. Where is the text size? Okay, just press the S, it will take you there. You remember that for the previous, we also pressed the 30 SP, so automatically it is SP. So we can go for this same one. Why the same one? Because it will show us the means symmetry in the application, so it will looks means beautiful, good. Otherwise, you can keep anything, whatever you wish to. Okay, now what's else? Maybe the text color as well. So we can say the same property that the Android text color, what's the color now? So again, you need to press hash, and you remember that you can means press any number. Say for example, I'm pressing 254. There should be something appear, not appearing. Okay, 1. Oh, it is appearing now. See here, it's appearing now. So you can see here that what should be the text color. Okay, just keep manage the symmetry. So this is okay. You can keep the blue or whatever you want to keep it as no issue at all. Okay, and now the background. If suppose you want to change the color of the background of the button, yeah, you can. Suppose Android, okay, background. So this is the background, and this is the hash sign, and the whatever the top one 00 and 96, maybe something you can write, so the number plate will appear. Waiting for the number plate, not coming. Okay, 0096 something. Yeah, okay, wait. So you can see from here. Now this is the, oh, by default we just put the means this value, but it seems that it's the blue color and dark blue color, and it seems good. So, okay, just keep it there. Don't need to means make the further changes in it. And you can change means make it later on the changes, no worries. So now you can see that okay, the this is also done. Means button is done. It is placed fixed from top, fixed from horizontal and vertical positions, and we added the caption, and we set the background color, we set the text font and everything. Okay, so it's done. So this GUI is done. When we say done, it means then now we are going to close it. So we're done with this one. Go back. So what is left now? Yeah, left now is something when the user will enter the number here and enter the number here and press the add. So where the value will go, where the results can be seen. So it means that we have to have some text view here. Okay, no worries. So it means we can go back again, and we have to go for the text view. So we can open the text view. Here text view is here. So when we open, so you know that it will automatically come. So width, we can place it match with parent. Okay, match with parent. And this is means rapid content. So this is rapid content. And always don't forget, that's why we always go to the top, and we always define the ID. This is the most important point, otherwise you cannot even code it. Okay, so you will see that. So what is what we can name it? Say for example, that will be our result, or that will be our answer. You can write result or answer, whatever you want to. So say for example, we are saying that is the our answer. So this is done, and here we go. Okay, so what is the next? The other things are, so the Android means this text will be appear where? Means here, here, here. For sure, it will be appear below the button. So you remember how we can keep it below the button? So this is very simple. Android layout below. So we can say go there, Android. You can see this is very simple. Android layout below to home, below to the button now. So here is the button. So now you can see the text is coming like here. but it is still from the top and other things, they are not settled. And even if you don't want to see it, no problem, is not a problem. Okay, and Android layout margin from the top, so we need to place the margin. Android okay, layout margin top, this is the 40. We are just trying to keep the same one, so just see to keep the symmetry. So it means you can see from the green screen here. Okay, so now you can see this is the 40 here, and we can change it even as well. This is not an issue, you can change it anytime. And text size is what, because whatever the text, it's going to be placed here, text. So you see, you will be expert, you will be doing this programming just in 2 minutes later on, once you will understand that one. So the text size, maybe not the 30, but maybe we place it 40. Because 40 is, why with the 40? Because now this is the result answer. So that's why it can be a bit prominent. Otherwise, you can use the same thing. Okay. And what else? Yeah, from left to right. So it means those margins we need to set as well. And you know that how we set that one. That one is the layout, what, marginal horizontal. So it automatically, and you see the beauty, because you already set the layout low and something you already settled. So when you will go for start writing a code, it will not show you that one, because it will automatically intelligent, it will understand that this is already used. Okay, so you notice that previously it was not showing horizontal, margin horizontal, but now it is showing the marginal horizontal very close to us. So we can say the 40 dB, because it is not a text, but it is the space from the top. Okay, then what the left, the color. So because we want to wish to make it colorful, that is the text color. Where it is? Yes, here it is. So again, you can use the hash sign, and what color it should be? Anything. Maybe whatever you can say. Say for example, we can call the plate maybe the green one. I don't remember. Maybe for a moment we just keep yellow one, but I don't know. Then maybe the background and everything color will be same. Then we will not be able to see it. Otherwise, you can change it later. The letter you're changing, this is only simple. You can, like, suppose go from here, and you can keep, yeah, just keep for a moment the yellow. Then we can see the letter. What we can do with that. Okay. The text color is done, and how and where the result it can show. Okay, so this is in the means gravity. So always you can learn that the gravity is in center. So now everything is done. So we are done with this part, and we just go below so we can see the relative layout. Why and what it is? Because that is actually that it means that the layout where we open from the top up to here, so it is remaining, means it is here, it must be here, because if we don't close it, again it will give error. So you can see from its blueprint, this is actually the blueprint, because for this if we keep the mouse pointer here, then we can see. So you can see from here, now the heading is here, and this is here, and 40 button is here, and everything is here. Wow, congratulations. So now it means you are done with that. But the thing is that this is the only design part. Suppose if we try to give a run. Okay, say for example we just try to give a run, one run. Yeah, here we go. You see, be just patient, huh? Just allow the Gradle is done and everything done. And here there will be, for sure there is no error, because it's only the design. Huh? Install successfully. Okay, just see the application is there. Oh, okay, it's great. Why we give the run? Just see, it is important. If I say 5 and 5, now see here, in case if suppose I press the add, it will not do anything. It will not do anything because there is no code. But you see that other control which is need to be shown here, that is disappeared because of the screen size. So it is better. We did it by chance, but it become better. So we need to means keep them closer, so we may have a space below, so we can be able to see the screen. So how we can do that? Like suppose this is 40, 40, 40. We may reduce them 30, 30, 30. Maybe we keep them a bit closer. So you can come back here, layout top margin, we can say this is let's say for example 30. Okay, and here we can see this is from the top. Okay, can place it 30. Okay, what next? Here we also can see from the layout from the top, we can say it is 30. So you see while you run, so you can be able to see it, that what is, otherwise you may not be able to see the results. Okay, the result may be there, but you would not be able to see that. So now we can, you must close this one, stop this one, and after that run, otherwise it will create a problem for you. So now just see, again wait, no problem. Whenever you work with the Android, you always must have this, I mean, some juice, some water, some coffee or some tea, like I have water, because it is always taking a time. So while you run, while you do, be with patience, and you will keep doing that one as well. So now you can see it is still means better. We can have the some space below, but still there is something. Anyhow, we can see it, no problem. Once we run, then we can see that how it is 30, 30, 30. Maybe we can even reduce it even more. We can make it 20 or something. So not a problem. That we'll see it later. But now we know that this is all about the functionality is not there. So now we are going to make it functional. That is when we click to the button, so the text is going to be added, and then text is going to be bring it to the results. That we cannot do from this position. This is only for the GUI. Okay, for that we have to go to the main activity, which is the Java folder. So inside the Java folder, now here that is the right place. So we can start writing the code to make it active. This is the default code there. Previously it was very hard, even everything, the packages we are supposed to add, but now it is very easy and very simple. So you can now notice. So first of all, see how many controls we are using. You remember, I believe one is we are using the text view, remember or not? So you can see the text view. Here is the text view. Okay, and we can create the objects. So you can say the text view, and because we're using the two text view, so we can see the text view and text view maybe two, and then it's done. And what else we are using? Edit text. Yes, edit text. Okay, edit text we are using. So we can say edit text and comma. We are having two edit text. Yeah, edit two text. One is for number one, taking number one, and that. Okay, sorry. You need to make it two. And the other one is for the num1. And the text views, the one is for the heading, and the other one is actually for our result, where we will be showing our result. And what the third thing we are using? Button. Yes. So we need to create for that as well. So that is button. The button is only one. So done. So all the instances are done. Now we are supposed to come here in the main activity. Now you remember we discussed about the something that is known as the ID. Okay, so you will notice now that we will be doing everything calling them by ID. So the first one is what? The text view, the first text. So you can see from here text view, and this text and this text. So you can see from here text view. Okay, okay, no problem. The text view is equal to what? Find view by ID. Okay, find view by ID. Find its view by through how? By ID. Okay, and what it is? R.id. That is, what is the ID? Number one. This is, the text view. First one is actually representing to the heading. So you remember what we place the ID for that one? That was a sum. So you just press this one. So this is done. So we can say done. Now what the next was? Text view 2. So simple. You can say is equal to find by its ID. What its ID? R.id. What it was? Do you remember for the second one? For the second text? It means the last one where the result we are just going to be announced. That was, I believe, we name it as answer. Whatever we place, it will come here by default. So see answer, yeah, answer is there. So answer is done. So the text view are done. Now we're going for the edit text. So for edit text, so the first of the edit text, which is the at the number 1. You remember what was the ID for that one? For that one, the ID was the num1. So we can say find by ID. So r.id and dot num1. Num1. Where is num1? Here is num1. The same thing, we need to do that for the edit text 2 as well, and nothing is changed here, but we can say that only the change is in that is the num2. So what do you mean? That you need to be careful. Mainly the student doing the mistakes. Oh, they got here error. I don't understand. So when you're doing the design, you need to remember what is the ideas for your design. Okay, so it means keep all things very much clear, so you may not make any mistake. Otherwise, the things are truly simple. Nothing is hard here. Okay, so now the text view is one is done, the top one is done, the result one is done. Now the num1 is done and number 2 is done. So the both numbers now are done. Okay, now only what we are looking is that is what is left. That's the button. Yeah, button. So go for the button. Button find by ID, and this is the r.id. And what was the button? Button was the button. What was the ID for the button? Yes, we also say that at that time is button as well, I believe. Yes, so this is done. And then now once we are done with this one, now this is we just means find them out. Find them out means from the design we means bring them in the code. So the code now realize that what controls are being used in the design. But where is the functionality? There is no functionality. The functionality is where when we click to the button. Okay, so it means that when we click to the button, then something has to be happen. Now the code, our Java part, this code also recognizes that how many controls are there. It knows the 2 text views are there, 2 edit views are there, and 1 button is there. So now for that, what we need to do, we need to go for a function which is the button dot set on click listener. So on click listener, I believe, yeah, that's the first one. So you can click that one. So you can see that this is the set on click listener, and inside the parameter, what you can see, the new, but what the parameter you want to give the view on click listener. Yes. Oh, what happened? What happened? So this is the new, and okay, button on dot on click listener, and okay, what it is. So button on click listener we already called. So the public void on click view is there. Okay, yeah, on click listener is there. Okay. So because that is the something when we click on the button, so what it will do, it will call the functionality. So now it means that this is the body where we need to write the code that will make us enable to bring the result. So what the code will be? Very simple. We already know we need to create the variables. What variable? For the number. So we know that the integer number and integer number 1 and number 2 are integer number and number 2. However you write, and other integer is a sum. You will remember already a sum or add or whatever you can this is a variable, you can create anything, no problem. So yes, number 1 and number 2 and sum. These 3 things we are only doing. Anything we're missing? No, nothing. Then we can say number. The number is what we're going to do integer. Now see here what we are going to do here. Here integer. Okay. My goodness. Integer. Okay. Then integer, and we want to parse int. Why we want to parse int? Okay. Into the reason is what? That the edit text The first one is the edit text, not the edit text 2. I maybe remind me if suppose we want to make any mistake. So the get text, why we are getting text, maybe I just finish it, then I can you explain you that what we mean here. So let's see here. For number one, it means this one. This means this one. So here, this one. So whenever the user will provide a value here, so what happened it is, so when now you can see from here, even this is because we already open here, so it will be here as well. No need to means go from here. So you can see from here, we are saying that the integer, we are passing it, whatever the values we are having the in edit text number one. So it is taking as a get text, so we are going to convert it, means from the string to the integer. So we are just passing it. So this is the same thing we need to do for the second one as well. So we can see Control C and we can place it here. Okay, what we need to do, same, only this. So this is the number, number 2. So we just place the number 2. So this is done. Okay, so this means we are converting the values. Now what the sum, we are adding them some. So this is very simple. We can add them the number, whatever the number 1 and plus number 2. So if we multiply, we can just means make the change in the sign to multiply or divide or something. So you can misplace, you can have the complete your calculator as well, which can be plus, minus, multiply, division, and other operations as well. So this will be the only code, but then only will be required to, that means design the other interfaces as well. So now you become able to design a very nice calculator without any problem. So up to this, okay, we are doing on click. What it will do, it will take the number 1 and number 2, then it will do the summation. Okay, but we have to display the displaying it actually in the text view number 2, which is for the result, the last one, you remember. So we need to set text, okay, and we need to bring it the string, okay, a string, and what we need to do, the value of the sum, whatever we mentioned for that particular part. That I believe done. Nothing is left. Okay, I believe everything. Yes. So everything is done. Okay, no problem. You just go and see, is it working or not? There we go. Here's the app. So you see, you need to wait, huh? No need to make urgency. Now it will take a time. So give him a time. 7 here. Oh, yellow 14 is here. Wow, it's done. So you can see 14, but it's showing a yellow one. So it's yellow, it's not good. Okay, don't make any changes, huh? When you want to change, you need to stop this one first. Okay, otherwise it is running at the background. So you can go now very quickly. You can go to the split. You can go to the last text view, which is for the answer yes, and yellow here. Yellow is not seems okay, maybe green, maybe blue. By the way, I like blue, so sorry for that. You can change it with a different color as well. Going back again, need to wait, have a tea or coffee. No, it's fast. Good, very good. And now we can say 8 9, for example, and then yes. Oh, why? Why it's not giving the right value? Sometime it do because of the emulator. So you are not supposed to be worried about that. We can check either we have any issue or error. Number 1 and some. Yeah, everything is fine. Then why it is giving us text we do set? Okay. Nothing, no error is there. Okay. Sometime emulator is playing with us. It's bringing the old value from the garbage. So not an issue. Now it's working fine. Yeah, that was just only because of the previous one. Okay, so this is done. So now I hope you understand the things in a very proper way. Oh, we are going out of, please keep your cell phones ready quickly for attendance, because otherwise we will not be able to go for that. The time will be over, then we will be not able to. Please quickly place your cell phones ready. And here is the code. Oh, that's great, we got it. A5VYCS. So maybe one of the students from you, please do remind me about the attendance at least for 20 minutes at least. But you can keep on a safe side. You can say that the 25 minutes. So you can remind me for the 25 minutes so we can manage, and then we can quickly go back and fix the attendance. So somehow we manage it. This is okay. That's great. Yeah, 14 are done, 15 are done. Great. How many we have? 17 we have. Go ahead, continue. Yes. 17, the 2 are left. So please do it quickly. Yes, only 1 is left. Please do it quickly because the desktop is shared with you. So if we will go to the other side, then it will stop. Okay, maybe the 1 is left, so you can see the code. Now if we just go back to our lecture, that what we were not able to finish that day, so you can find out from here that we almost discussed all the things, but we were not able to reach to the end. So you use the text view, edit view, and these all things. Yeah, you are ready. That's great. So this is the one. Write a program to complete the following requirements. That is for the result calculator. We're done with this one, and now you can do the practice for these 2 other cases. Okay, that is only your task, but before that you do whatever we have done. Okay, and then you can go for this one, that you can write a complete program which can be having what it is having. It is very close to the one what we have done. So you can say that place a plain text and a password field on the activity to get the user input for the username and password. Okay, with the proper hint provided, and place a button on the activity with the label sign in, and associate an action on the button so that when the button is pressed, user and password will be checked. If the username is example and the password is Android 46, a message will appear such as welcome to the system. So it means it will be the hard-coded one. The username and the password will be hard-coded. A username is example and password is Android 46. So what you can do, you just design the interface again using the same text view and text edit and the colors. And now the button will be not add, you can change the caption. The same code what we have learned, you can reutilize that. And then what the next additional is that you can compare with the existing values with the example and Android 46. If it is successful, then you can give the message to the user. And then the next is what? The next is actually another for your practice. So write a program to complete the following comments, but it is place the 3 check boxes: apple, bananas, and orange. Okay, and place a button on the activity with the label of click here. So if you got a chance, you can go for this one as well. Otherwise, you can see it later in the next week. But at least for this one, you can try, which is very close to this one. Anyone who can go for this one will be appreciated. So I'm just going to explain you quickly. It's very simple. Set an action listener. So you can see that what's this action listener, what we pasted now, on all of the checkboxes, so that when anyone of them is selected by the user, a toast will be displayed with the message to say that you are selected. What's the toast message? You can see this is the toast. Means whenever we are putting the cursor here, so a short message for a short time period is appeared. That is known as the toast message. So we are selecting this search, selecting this message like that. So selecting what it is saying here. If you are selecting something orange or blue or color, whatever you are selecting, so it can give you the message that this one is selected. Furthermore, as we know that a user can select multiple options using the text boxes. When the button is clicked, it will display the status of all the check boxes, mean it will state the check boxes are selected and which are not. So in case if suppose there are 3 check boxes at the radio button, if selecting 1 and 2 and 3, one by one, so it can explain this one is selected, this one is selected, this one is selected. If we are selecting more, so it can give us a message that from this to this range they are selected. So these are only for your practice, but do the practice and go for it, because if you will go for that, then it will be easy to be more familiar and understand the things, and you notice that the things are pretty simple. Okay, so wish you best of luck. Thank you very much. We will stop it here because maybe after 10 minutes another class is waiting for me. That is also for this one. So we just stop the recording now. So wish you best of luck, and I suggest you